Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is widely being discussed as a potential 2024 candidate for Republicans, and he's doing very little to knock down that chatter. Quite the opposite, actually.
Story. I shouldn't say it because, I don't want to say this, but what the hell, right? So, Ron's been a friend of mine for a long time. He was a congressman, did an incredible job, always protecting me from the Russia witch hunt. He'd be on with these guys, with Matt and everybody. He'd be on there. And I always thought Ron was a little heavy, right? I did. I thought he was a little overweight. That's okay. We all have our problems.
If Donald Trump chooses to run for the presidency again and seek the nomination, I have a really hard time. And I know DeSantis won't answer this question, and that really pisses off Trump. But I have a really hard time seeing DeSantis actually battling Trump for the Republican nomination. He'll wait for his turn to come around again if that's the case.
Well, folks who don't follow Florida politics super close don't realize this. Ron DeSantis was basically a backbench House member, not terribly well known, running against a very prominent statewide official in Adam Putnam, and he was not going to win that primary unless and until Trump endorsed him. And Trump did do just that, and the rest is history.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and the inner Republican Party is a dog-eat-dog world of petty crime lords all trying to backstab one another while sheepishly grinning to keep their full base, thinking they're all hand in hand in a never-ending sunset. Such was the relationship between Donald Trump and Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis. DeSantis shot up to Florida's governance from obscurity by riding the coattails of Trump on the newfound support of racists, hate groups, conspiracy theorists, and alt-right lunatics that the MAGA crowd brought out from the depths of society. Little Ronnie play-acted himself just like Big Donnie, and all was well with the Republican master-slave type relationship with Donnie Trump and his legions of anti-Americans.
If I faced him, Ron DeSantis, I'd beat him like I would beat everybody else. I don't think I will face him. I think most people would drop out. I think he would drop out.
It's fascinating to me that he addressed it this way for a variety of reasons. But one, as you say, is he's been pretty careful about what he's said, not just about the other candidates, but about DeSantis. He has generally been sort of, not gingerly, but he's barely gone there. This is sounding like somebody who is heeding what some of his own advisors are saying, what Trump's advisors are saying, which is DeSantis may run against you, even if you decide to run. And there is this open question of, does Trump run, number one, and then if he does anyone else challenge him? And so he is clearly laying down a marker with DeSantis here.
But now, DeSantis is seeing a wounded leader in Trump. And like the pack of cannibals that Republicans are, DeSantis is aiming to oust his failed fascist leader by becoming more Trumpish than even Donald Trump. DeSantis earned that nickname for his unflinching wild rejection of any science and complete adherence to kook conspiracy theories. When Trump was booed off the stage for admitting he got the COVID vaccine, DeSantis saw his opportunity to steal the MAGA base onto his own. The guy who once taught his children to chant "Build the Wall" for a campaign ad is now in a weird Republican civil Cold War against their very own biggest loser. While Trump's campaign from this point until eternity will continue to be a fantasy that he didn't lose the 2020 election, DeSantis, on the other hand, can run on a platform that Trump wasn't hostile, vulgar, profane, toxic, racist, or fascist enough, and that will happily fill the role. And that's been the pattern of the Republican Party for a while, drifting further into the extreme alt-right. They know the greedy base of the party is so consumed by their own pocketbooks that they'll follow the fringe into full anti-Americanism. And so coddling to the domestic terrorists is seen as a winning strategy, a political platform of hating America and looking to create a perverted white nationalist theocracy that will quickly degenerate into the third world dictatorship of a petty crime boss, the model of North Korea. And so we see DeSantis playing out this strategy by drafting hate legislation to dog whistle to his violent, hostile base, such as his Don't Say Gay bill. Nothing more than a mechanism to drive up anger in the religious fundamentalists who will drive their flocks of sheep to the polls. Because midterms are always lower turnout, DeSantis needs as many bold headlines as he can get to burn a level of hatred into his base searing enough to make them remember their chosen dictator come November. 2024 is a long way out, and reality says this cat and mouse triangle between Trump, DeSantis, and the hoodwinked MAGA crowd are all idle maneuverings at this point. But keep in mind, people like Trump and DeSantis never stop campaigning. It's not about doing anything in office. It's just about seizing power to build more power until they can reach their dreams of full dictatorship. Trump's regime crumbled just short of that satanic goal. DeSantis thinks he's got the evil within him to take things all the way. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.